A bipartisan group of U.S. lawmakers met with Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-Wen earlier this month. The latest show was support from the U.S. Congress to the island republic amid heightened tensions with China.
VOA's congressional correspondent Catherine Gibson spoke with members of the delegation about U.S. security and economic support for Taiwan.
Renewed support for Taiwan as yet another bipartisan congressional delegation calls for deeper ties in the face of threats from China.
Our delegation, as with every congressional delegation that has visited, is a symbol of Congress's rock-solid commitment to Taiwan.
This latest visit follows Nancy Pelosi's historic trip last month, the first by a U.S. Speaker of the House in 25 years. A member of the latest delegation told VOA it is time for a change in the U.S. approach.
Our policy has always been strategic ambiguity instead of strategic clarity, but that was many, many years ago, 40 years ago almost. And what we need to look at is China has changed dramatically in that period of time. They were not nearly the significant military or economic power that they are today.
The Biden administration approved $1.1 billion in arms sales to Taiwan last week, a move that drew swift condemnation from China.
The U.S. arms sale to Taiwan blatantly violates the One China principle and the provisions of the three China-U.S. joint communiques, especially the August 17 communique, seriously undermines China's sovereignty and security interests, severely damages China-U.S. relations and peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait, and sends seriously wrong signals to the separatist forces of Taiwan independence.
But there is bipartisan support in the U.S. Congress for even more support of Taiwan, including closer ties in agriculture and trade.
They asked us to get involved in a free trade agreement. They would like an agreement with the United States. And that's something that we're going to be working on to see that we can do that. We also want to bring more balance. We'd like to see them trading more with us and sort of balance the trade.
A U.S. House panel heard testimony Wednesday that a new U.S.-Taiwan free trade agreement and bringing Taiwan into the Trans-Pacific Partnership would play a crucial role in countering authoritarianism.
Taiwan is at the front line of this rivalry as Beijing intensifies political, military, and economic coercion against it as part of a broader strategy to subvert the island's democracy and compel reunification. The United States should aid Taiwan's efforts to defend its people, its democracy, and its freedoms. A U.S.-Taiwan BTA would serve that goal. It would demonstrate American solidarity with Taiwan's people and reward their success in cultivating strong democratic institutions, robust civil society, transparent and accountable government, and economic freedoms.
A key U.S. Senate committee also approved the Taiwan Security Act this week. If passed, it would provide $6.5 billion in security funding over the next 5 years. Catherine Gibson, VOA News, Washington.